All right, this is a question being asked on the Merchant Shipping Act 2025 about the actions to be taken when a vessel undergoes a collision, likely in Indian coast, and what are the crisis management to be done. So this is a very interesting memory palace that has been created, which will help you remember all the small nuances of this answer. Please do subscribe to the channel, support us in producing such contents which will help you easily recall the answers during your examinations. Right? So let's start. This is the a vessel. There's a vessel. It's called MV Memory, right? And the complete voyage plot is Crisis Management and Merchant Shipping Act 2025. Now just look at this image. It's got this vessel here, and there are numberings from one goes all the way up to nine. So let's visualize at different points what's happening, and this visualization will help us reproduce the answer in your examination. So point number one is the gangway. That is the place where the crisis management team is being formed. Gangway is below the vessel, and it is headed. That is, imagine it is headed by DG Shipping or DGMA, and he is supposed to choose the team. And the team starts with a nautical advisor, a chief surveyor, a chief ship surveyor. It has to be casualty and response, and director general of crew. Additionally, additional resources from IRS and other organizations may be included by DG Shipping or DGMA as deemed necessary. So now here the catchword is nasty cats chase dogs. So nasty in the sense NA nautical advisor is the first person in the team. Cats. So you take the CS, that is the chief surveyor, followed by chase. So chase is for CSS. So CSS is chief ship surveyor. It has to be casualty and response, and also the nautical surveyor, followed by the dogs is for the DDG, Director General for crew. So at the gangway, a team is formed by the DGMA or DG Shipping or DGMA, and he chooses his team. So it will have, you remember the word nasty cats chase dogs. So by this you will remember nautical advisor, chief surveyor, chief ship surveyor, that is casualty and response, also the nautical surveyor, and DDG crew. Also, help of IRS is taken. That is as it is deemed by DGS. So he can include or he cannot include IRS and any other classification society. Right. From the gangway, we move all the way to the bridge. Right. In the bridge, you have the crisis management team's 6 duties. So 6 duties, you remember 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 4, 5, and 6. What is 6.1? Is to provide, let us imagine on the bridge, there are 6 panels, right? On the first panel, it is additional resources. On the second panel, it is a technical assistance. On the third panel, it is minimizing damage of life, property, and environment, followed by coordination with authorities and external parties. Fifth is updates from Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways, because the big boss is Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways. Last is how do you interact with the media. Now, the crisis management team's 6 duties, 6.1 to 6.6 as per Merchant Shipping Act 2025. How will you remember? You will remember the slogan, a team that cares, coordinates and communicates. A is for additional resources. Team is for technical assistance, right? Cares is advice on minimizing life, property and environment. It's always there. Always this point will be there, life, property, environment. Fourth is the coordination between authorities and external parties. Communicates. There are 2 types of communication. One, you have to communicate with the big boss, that is Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways. And next, much bigger, that is the media. So communicates is 2 times. So remember the phrase, a team that cares, coordinates, and communicates. 6.1 additional resources, 6.2 technical assistance, 6.3 minimizes damage to the life, property, and environment, 6.4 is the coordinate with authorities and external parties, 6.5 is inform the Minister of Port, Ship, and Waterways, and last is interact with the media. From the bridge, you walk on a step, a notch above, you go to the radio room. Action of the DG Com Center or LRIT. Earlier this LRIT used to be taken care by the radio officers. And of course, in the radio room, you see what action is taken by the DG Com Center, Director General Communication Center, or the LRIT. First, what they do is they inform the nautical advisor and nautical surveyor of casualty and response by phone. Right? After you've informed the nautical advisor and nautical surveyor, you intimate the MRCC, Maritime Rescue Coordination Center. Right? This is what is happening with the DGCOM Center. What DGCOM Center is doing. Under the nautical ship direction, mobilize the ETV, emergency towing vessel, and keep a strategic location as required. So what will they do? What will the DGCOM Center do? It will quickly send an emergency towing vessel and also tell if it is near a port or at some critical location. It will tell where exactly it has to be located. Port authority informed if nearby within port limits or to mobilize resources. So it will inform the port authority if they have to mobilize certain resources. It will identify the nearby vessels in that area and it will inform them about the dangers. It will DGCOM also will report to the owners and charterers, inform the status and ask to be mobilized of resource like technical expertise or whatever it is. It will also inform the maritime board. Please remember, the vessel is near coast. If it's in inland waterways, it will also inform the maritime board of the state. Provide assistance. Confirm with MRCC that navigation warning issued. Confirm with the MRCC that navigation warning which has been issued by the vessel is audible or is actionable. Confirm with the Coast Guard as applicable. Right. So from the radio room, what the MR's addition DGCOM Center or the LRIT does is very important. So here a lot of information is there. Next point is in case of chemical pollution, what has to be done? Inform the Coast Guard, port authorities, and all concerned. Under the nautical survey direction, take immediate action to minimize the pollution. If likely to impact neighboring countries, inform the authorities with approval of the Director General of Maritime Administration. I intimate my ETV, port, vessel, owner, board, confirm. So this is another way of trick of remembering what happens in the radio room, the DGCOM Center and LRIT. Action of the DGCOM Center and LRIT. Is for inform nautical advisor, nautical sir. I intimate my ETV, port, vessel, owner, board, and confirm. Okay, right. Point number 4 is the checkpoint. Checkpoint is where you decide whether the vessel is unworthy or unsafe. Right? Merchant Shipping Act. Question 3. What do you understand by unseaworthy vessel? What is the difference between unseaworthy and unsafe vessel? What are the obligation of owner to crew with respect to seaworthiness? See, when you say vessel is unseaworthy, a defect in the vessel itself, my hull, machinery, equipment, manning, stability, that makes her not fit for the ordinary peril of the voyage. So, ordinary circumstances the vessel will undergo, the ship is not fit. The condition of the ship is not good. Unsafe ship is broader. Ship may be seaworthy, yet unsafe for a particular voyage due to overloading. It is overloaded, or the manning is not correct, or cargo is not suitable. So you loaded some nickel ore, right? And the moisture content is high. So ship may be seaworthy, but vessel is unsafe. Or you're taking a route which is not safe. Right? These are the checkpoints. Owner's obligation: ensure vessel is seaworthy and safe before crew signs on. throughout the voyage. Sending an unseaworthy, unsafe ship to sea is offense regardless of whether the damage results. What do you see? Yeah, correct. Next is the captain's cabin. From the checkpoint, you go to the captain's cabin. In the captain's cabin, you visualize a captain who is sitting on a chair, and there are two books, 158 and 159, written next to each other. In 158, so as per the 158, it tells rule book says what are the duties of the captain. It says it is the responsibility of the captain to render the below two things if it is found safe for him to do so, or his representative, without affecting the safety of the vessel, causing any environmental pollution, or jeopardizing the lives on board. So what are the two things he has to do? He has to render assistance to the vessel just collided. He or his vessel, his master, seafarer and passengers, as far as practicable, he should assist the vessel as far as that particular vessel requires him to be there. Right? He should not just leave the vessel and just run away. If he finds it safe for him to do it, he has to do it. Point number B2 is he has to inform the name of the vessel, the IMO number, the official number, port of registry, the port from which it was calling, a port where it is supposed to go to the vessel, to the other vessel. Merchant Shipping Act 158. In point number 159, he has to officially record on the logbook the nature of collision, the reason for collision, the instance how it happened, and sound signed by the master and countersigned by the officer of watch during that time. Now section 160, that is statement of accident damage to DG. So he has to write an incident report to DG. When an Indian vessel has sustained or caused any accident occasioning loss of life or serious injury, or has received material damage affecting her seaworthiness or efficiency, hull machinery not responding to the as per her certificate, master of the ship owner or his agent shall within such time as prescribed transmit to the DG or the nearest principal officer a report that accident or damage and its probable cause, stating the name of the vessel, her official number, and the place where she is. Triggers loss of life, serious injury, damage to seaworthiness or efficiency. Mismatch with certificates, report states cause, name, official number, port of registry, place where she is. Life efficiency certificate, trigger the report, cause, name, place, fill it. Okay, right. So a report has to be made. Definitely a report has to be made after name entry in official logbook. Now he has to make a report. If it has it affected the seaworthiness of the vessel is very important, or efficiency of the vessel, hull machinery, or something is not corresponding as per the certificate, right? Within a prescribed time, he has to report to the DGMA or the principal officer. Accident, probable cause, right? Next, you go to the mast. Mast is a DGCOM mast. Earlier we had a DGCOM center or the LRIT. Now we go to the DGCOM center itself. You'll see on the step of the mast, there's a 24/7 DGCOM responsibility during casualty. Notify the nearest Coast Guard MRCC in case of marine casualty near the Indian coast, or in case of any oil chemical pollution. Receive regular updates and information of progress at the scene of casualty from local MMD. Okay, 1 must 3 flags. Notify Coast Guard, notify pollution, receive updates. What DGCOM does? Notifies Coast Guard. DGCOM 24/7 notifies Coast Guard, notifies pollution, and receives updates. Right. Now gangway exit. Full scenario. An Indian flag vessel collided with another vessel off the coast of India. Few lives were lost and the vessel damaged. What steps should be initiated and by whom for the safety of the marine property and environment? As per section 158, master renders assistance stays by exchange's name and ports, right? Now 159, collision entered in the official logbook signed by the master and the officer. 160, master owner agent reports accident, cause and vessel particular to DG. CMT activated. Crisis management team activated. So this is a sequence. Crisis management team activated. DGS heads. So nasty cats chase dogs. Nautical advisor, chief surveyor, chief ship surveyor, nautical surveyor, rescue and control, and DDG, director general of crew, and also IRS and any other society. Radio room checklist runs. So in the radio room checklist, what will you do? 6.1 to 6.6, right? So additional resources, technical assistance, uh, information on the loss of life, environment and property, followed by communicate. How will you communicate with Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways? How will you communicate with media? Right, these things will come. Right, and radio room checklist runs. Then you have the MRCC. What happens in radio room or the LRIT room? Right, you quickly inform Maritime Rescue Coordination Center and emergency towing vessel to be immobilized, port authority to be informed, boat nearby vessels to be informed, owner charter also being informed, state board navigational warnings to be confirmed. Right, Digicom Center notifies Indian Coast Guard, MRCC receives ongoing updates on the local from local MMD. If pollution results, the pollution branch plate 3 runs in parallel. Right. Right. I hope this will help you get a lot of points out of Merchant Shipping Act 2025. Do like and subscribe to the channel. Will encourage us to bring up much more understanding of the questions being asked and help you clear your exams very fast. Wish you all the best, friends. Thank you.